Alright, let's talk about this wild new development where Zelensky is suddenly warning that North Korea might send 50,000 troops to Russia. Wait, what? This isn't just a "oh, that's weird" moment, this is a potential game changer. Let me unpack why this matters more than you might think. First, picture this: North Korea, a country that's basically been stuck in a time warp since the Cold War, suddenly mobilizing tens of thousands of soldiers to support Russia in Ukraine. That's not just a military move, it's a geopolitical earthquake. Why now? What's Pyongyang getting out of this? And more importantly, what does it say about the crumbling global order we've taken for granted? Here's the thing: when Zelensky says North Korea is studying the war by sending troops, that's not just some offhand comment. This is about Kim Jong-un's regime trying to learn real-world combat tactics from Russia's mess of a war effort. But why? Are they planning their own little adventure in the future? Maybe against South Korea? Or is this just a transactional relationship, weapons for battlefield experience? Either way, it's terrifying because it shows how isolated autocrats are doubling down on chaos instead of playing by the rules the rest of the world pretends to follow. Now, let's connect this to the drone incident in Bulgaria. A Ukrainian drone accidentally hits NATO territory near a gas pipeline? Sure, Kyiv says it's not intentional, but here's the kicker: this is exactly the kind of accident that could spiral into something way bigger. Bulgaria's a NATO member, remember? And if Russia's using North Korean proxies, Ukraine's drones are now operating in a space where miscalculations could trigger Article 5. That's the part where an attack on one is an attack on all. Personally, I think this is way scarier than the actual drone strike itself because it's not about intent, it's about the domino effect of having so many actors with so many agendas in one volatile mix. And then there's Germany's interior minister basically saying, yeah, we're under constant hybrid warfare attacks. That's not just a bureaucratic buzzword, it's a sign that the front lines have dissolved. If Russia, or whoever, is using drones packed with explosives near airports, this isn't just espionage anymore. It's asymmetric warfare hitting everyday infrastructure in the heart of Europe. What's fascinating here is how the West keeps pretending this is a Ukraine problem, when the reality is, the war's already here. It's just wearing a disguise. Let's not forget Trump's jaw-dropping response to questions about Russian attacks on civilians: "We're separated by an ocean." Bro, the guy might as well have said, "Not my circus, not my monkeys." But here's the deeper issue: when the US retreats from global leadership, it creates power vacuums where lunatics like Putin and Kim Jong-un start playing chess with human lives. This isn't just about Ukraine anymore, it's about whether the liberal international order survives at all. And honestly, if Trump gets re-elected, we might be watching its obituary written in real time. So what's the big picture here? It's not just that North Korea's shipping troops to Russia. It's that authoritarian regimes are realizing they can exploit the West's fatigue, its political divisions, and its obsession with staying out of it, to redraw the map of power. The Ukraine war isn't contained, it's a testing ground for a new kind of global disorder. And if we're not careful, the 50,000 North Korean soldiers in Russia won't be the most shocking headline next year. What this really suggests is that the rules-based world order is dead, and we're all just pretending it's still on life support. What do you think? Is the world sleepwalking into a new era of chaos? Let me know in the comments, because trust me, this is only getting started.